Hello and welcome to the Tomcast. I'm Tom, president and dictator for life of 515comics.com. This week I want to start by touching on something I left you all with last week, which was the state of my very messy desk. If you don't remember from last week, I was saying that I was kind of down because I wasn't getting enough sleep and I felt like my workspace was really disorganized and messy, and it was. So I cleaned it up. I told you guys I'd have it cleaned up by this next week, and in fact I got it cleaned up the very next day after filming last week's Tomcast. So I feel a lot better, and thanks for the concern that some of you showed, but really, like I said last week, I was fine. It was just, I knew I needed to get more sleep and needed to do some tidying up. And I've done that, and now, feeling back to normal. Good as new. Just today I rode the trike to work for ride number 6! So we're that much closer to our sweet treat, everybody. I'm really excited about it. Also, I decided to take a picture of the big hill that I have to go up in the morning and down in the afternoon. I don't know that it's really that easy to tell, but it's a beast. Trust me. I don't like it. I mean, it's fun to go down, but I don't like going up it. It's not fun. Trust me. The last thing I wanted to talk about today was something that I experienced that I've kind of experienced before, but this was one of the first times that I've really like had kind of an aha moment of like, oh, that's what people are talking about. Something that I've commonly heard people who give advice about writing talk about is that characters, after a while, will write themselves. If you have defined characters and you put them in a situation, it should be pretty obvious how that character is going to react, what that character would say or do, and so really all you need to do is have a group of well-defined characters and plot elements to throw at them, and, you know, dialogue and action will tend to write itself. Writing the current chapter of Nextus that we're on, chapter 25, was a little difficult for me. I knew what I wanted to have happen, but the second half of it was just really not coming together for me really the way that I wanted to, and I couldn't really tell why. And Professor Trey took a look at it, and he had some insights, and you know, we were just, neither of us was really completely happy with it. I just decided this last week, yeah, I'm just going to rewrite it. I'm just going to rewrite the second half of the chapter. I did a lot of thinking about it, and I mean, you know, I started chapter 25 weeks ago with this sort of hanging over me. I realized as I was working on the rewrite and as I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to have happen, that the reason that I didn't like the original take was because it was completely out of character. It just didn't mesh well with any of what the characters' emotions have been established as, and it just didn't really seem like the characters were acting in a way that really made sense for the situation. And after the rewrite, it really did feel much more natural. And so this really was an instance where I could say legitimately that it was like I felt like something was wrong, and reassessing it and looking at it from the character's point of view really helped me rewrite it and make it more interesting, more engaging, and just more natural. I mean, I guess that's not necessarily for me to judge. We'll see what people think as the chapter progresses, but I'm pretty excited, and before, I really wasn't. And, you know, it felt good to reach that point of excitement that I usually have when it comes to a new scene and a new chapter. And so I'm much relieved, and I really feel like I can turn my focus to just making the pages and working on other projects now that I'm actually satisfied with how it looks. So anyway, it was just kind of a neat experience. The writers and creators who watch the Tomcast, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been writing something and you have just relied on your established characters to create the situation, to adapt to whatever the plot device is? Do you write that way? Do you find that you do sort of just say, here's where I want the story to go, what would happen if these characters were presented with this situation? Or do you find that you script things out differently than that? Anyway, love to know your thoughts. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks as always for watching. Keep your stick on the ice.